live from the Colorado Festival of Horror. Smurf here, 5280 Geek. We're kicking it off right. We're going with the guy that created memes. He is the grandfather of memes before they were memes. Darren Ewing.
It's great to be here, Smurf.
Thank you for sitting in. Thank you for being the first person to sit down with us. What do you think of Colorado? You were just here like not that long ago. You're up in the Springs, right?
Yeah, Colorado Springs for the 6 Feet Under
Film Fest, right?
Film Festival. Yeah, it's great. I love it here. It's nice to be, because I live in Phoenix now, but I'm originally from Ogden, Utah, and Salt Lake City, that area. It's nice to be back in breathable air. And
just gas for air, and it's you have seasons here.
The summers can get up to 118 degrees in Phoenix, which I'm weird. Like, I don't even sweat. I love it, but you literally can't breathe.
No.
So it's nice to be able to come here and breathe.
It's like hot. Oh my God, I just want to die.
Yes.
I mean, no.
So yeah, this place is great.
Excellent. Well, maybe you should come here so you can experience seasons, have breathable air. You know, that's.
I would consider it. Yeah.
You can hang out with us.
I know.
You can have your radio show. I didn't know you had a radio show in the 80s.
I did, yeah. KKBE, Mr. Love and the More Music Morning Deal.
See, I worked for BPI, which is the rock station here, and it was the locker room. So there's like three guys, and, you know, we cut up and did whatever. But yeah, I know the morning hours are just so brutal.
Yeah, and then when it's all over, like, I made no money. I made zero money.
Nothing. It is a labor of love because, again, I had to go get a big boy job. As much as I love talking, I mean, I'm good at it, but I got to get paid.
Right. Yeah. So I did the lucrative thing. I went into acting.
I mean, that's the next best thing, right? I mean, it's not that far of a jump from radio to, you know, the big screen.
Right? No. And I did. I literally had the radio show, and then I was working at Utah Musical Theater. I was playing drums in the orchestra pit and doing backstage crew stuff. And then I got Troll 2. That was in the summer of 1989, and my life has not been the same.
No.
Yeah, ever since then.
And I was joking earlier with the guys, because we'll talk about Troll in a second. Because I always get you confused with Chet from Real Genius, the blonde guy with the glasses.
Yeah. Bill Paxton.
Is that Bill? That's not Bill Paxton.
That's Bill Paxton. He plays Chet in that.
In Real Genius?
No. Real, yes. Science. So you're talking about what movie?
Real Genius with Val Kilmer.
Okay, yeah,
I can't think all the names just ran right out of my head. Yeah, because you said Bill Paxton, and that's all I can see now.
So that was the other. That was Weird Science.
So that was Weird Science with Chet, but no, there's also Chet in Real Genius, and Val Kilmer is, you know, super intelligent. This is right after he did the spy movie.
Top Secret?
Yes, Top Secret.
I love that movie.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
So he goes from that and does that, but there's this guy, he's blonde hair, has glasses. He almost looks he has braces. He almost looks exactly like you in Troll 2.
Yeah.
And you are everywhere. You basically steal the show in Troll 2.
Well, thank you.
I mean...
It's one of those, you'll notice, Arnold, the character Arnold, there are a lot of 80s movies where there is the short, nerdy guy. He is almost always named Arnold. Like in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Arnold, played by another Salt Lake actor, Scott Valentine, who is awesome. And I fit into that mode, which is weird because I'm not a nerd at all.
Yeah.
I can see. I'm so cool.
I know. Okay, so when you say you were short, I had no idea because on the screen you look taller. I thought you were like a taller. I thought you were going to be taller than me.
5'2". 5'2".
No, because I looked at. I was like,
make it work for me.
You do. You fill a 6 foot space with that 5'2" frame. It's amazing.
It was that was quite an experience doing Troll 2. But I'm really happy with the way things worked out. You know,
Like I said, you steal the show. And how I have so many questions about Troll 2, and they want to all come out at once. So the best thing is, what was your experience on Troll 2? How did you get in there, and what did you walk away with just going like, what did I just do?
Right. And everybody who sees Troll 2 for the first time, they are left with a lot of questions. And it's why it really is the ultimate cult movie, because unlike other good bad movies, and I don't want to speak poorly of The Room. I'm good friends with the people that did that, but it had this enormous marketing budget, and Wiseau's face was up on billboards and everything. What is really wonderful about Troll 2 is that it was not foisted on the public. There was no film premiere. There was no marketing budget. It is literally, it was a viral film before there was the internet. And people would just pass the cassette around, or they would talk about it. Would play ad nauseum in the early 90s on HBO. Mm-hmm. And it took people just talking to each other. And that's why 35 years later, it's probably bigger than it's ever been. And it looks like it's not going to stop. I can tell you, when I got the part, it was my first movie, and I had just gotten a new agent. It was Saxton House. And I went in and auditioned in Park City, Utah. And this is in the 80s. So like I went in to this room, and it was filled with smoke. It was a lot of chain smoking Italians, because what a lot of people don't know about the movie is that behind the camera, it's 100% Film Mirage, which is an Italian film company out of Rome, Italy. And they spoke very little English. And the script was written by the director's wife, Rosella, who is just lovely, by the way. And she had it in for vegetarians and wanted to make this movie that she was hoping to scare people. Why they chose Utah, I'm not entirely sure. But Claudio, the director, said, we didn't choose Utah. Utah chose us. So they came and they filmed 2 movies. The other one is called Contamination Point 7. And they filmed 2 movies simultaneously. And the movie that I'm in, Troll 2, was called Goblin at the time. Mm-hmm. All I knew about it is that it had a lot of themes that were very familiar with 80s movies around that time. But because they filmed it in Utah, almost the entire cast is Mormon, is LDS, except for George, who played Farmer Waits, the lead. Lovely guy. I love George. I've been in 2 other films with him since then.
Nice.
I knew, just reading the script, this wasn't Shakespeare in the Park. But I also knew that...
I mean, at the beginning scene, I mean, it might be... I can see where you could get confused about that.
Do you know what George Clooney's first movie is?
I used to know this, but no.
It's Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
That's right.
And Jennifer Aniston was in Leprechaun.
Mm-hmm.
And I always loved when they would go on the talk shows and they would embarrass them by showing them clips from these first movies. So I always wanted my first movie to be a complete dud, so that would come back to haunt me later. And talk about manifesting your destiny.
It is blazed into cult classic. And I love the fact that the one thing I enjoy the most is just when I bring up Troll 2, they're like, what? Do I need to see the first Troll? And I'm like, okay, let me explain. That isn't how this works. And it stands on its own. But yes, the goblin part of it is just because that's how it just translated.
Yeah, there are no trolls in the movie.
None whatsoever.
When MGM acquired the rights to Goblin, I think they saw an opportunity to market a sequel. And it was a good move. The cover of the VHS, which I have one, it's really cool looking. And it has the kid from Jurassic Park is on the cover of it.
Okay.
And it ended up being a good, like, people would go in and want to rent Top Gun. It was out of Top Gun, a Blockbuster. Oh, what is this? this looks crazy. And that's how it became a viral sensation, because it's an all-American, mostly Mormon cast and an all-Italian crew, written and directed. And it's this lost in translation thing that it works.
It really does. I mean,
It's not supposed to work. Like, everything in it, like, I would not pretend for a minute that the acting is good in it.
I don't know. Oh, come on. Now you're being hasty. I think the acting in that is superb. I mean, it's like right up there with like Buckaroo Banzai for me. I mean, it's a dead heat between those two films for me right there.
I love that movie, by the way. Yes. Watched it with my roommate for the first time a couple of days ago. I'm like, oh.
And I saw him wearing a t-shirt. It's the Buckaroo Banzai symbol. And the guy comes up to me at university and he goes, "You must tell me about this bonsai school. Yes, I want to learn how to trim trees." And I'm just like, seriously?
No, it's a whole different thing. The 80s were it was a really great time, and there are so many great movies to come out. Troll 2 it's a complete anomaly, because it feels like they know what they're doing, but they don't. The script was written and we had to stick to every line. I remember I tried to change.
So no going off book, huh?
Nope. They were very precise. They didn't have a lot of time. They didn't have a lot of money. And so they just wanted you to get in there and do it. And it was my first movie, and I was so excited to be in a movie, and I was so eager to please them that I just threw myself into it. I said, this is my shot. I got to do this. I got to do the best that I can do. And like, I can't blame anybody for how like stiff the performance is. Making that dialogue work was a real challenge. I tried to change it a couple of times, and I was just met with, no, this is the script. This is what you say. The main direction that I got a lot, and is it okay if I cuss?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, all right. The
main
main direction,
unless I cuss, so go for it.
all right. The main direction that I would get from Claudio when I would get done is, "Darren, what you are doing is shit." And that's kind of what I had to go on. I was so, I'm naturally just kind of nervous and neurotic, and, it comes through in all of my performances. Now I look at it and I think I did a good job on that movie. I think I understood the assignment, and I was terrified. It was not my goal to be known as the worst actor in the world. That wasn't on, and I struggled with it for a long time. And it really, some of the things that people have said about my acting and my performance, it really hurts,
Really?
on some levels. I'm just like, because I've always wanted to be an actor. I am an actor now, and it means a lot to me. But I think for it being my first movie, I found peace with it.
Okay.
And I think people relate to the idea of failure. I think everybody wants to do something and wants it to be wonderful and big, and then for it to be this complete disaster that everybody loves. That's great. Yeah. That's why you do it.
Well, even when you watch like Rodney Dangerfield's first film,
yeah,
I mean, it is almost unwatchable because he's just so stiff and awkward, and I mean, it's not Dangerfield, but I mean, it is. I can completely understand where you're taking it seriously. This is the craft, and
I think if this is what you choose to do for a profession, then you put on that chicken suit and cluck louder than everybody else and do the best that you can, and you just keep going.
Cluck louder than the other hens.
Yep.
What do you have going on now? Because I mean, I was trying to like find something like recent for films, and I came up with nothing, and that hurt my feelings because I want to see more of you.
I want to see more of me too. I'll tell you, there was a very, very dark period in my life where the alcohol, it just took me all the way down.
Get that?
Yep. I was struggling with that. I'm happy to report that I am now 3 years clean and sober.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you. And I'm getting back on track. And I just wrapped on a movie that I'm really, really proud of. It's called Marriage Bites. We filmed it last year in Atlanta. I play the villain in it. I play a vampire, and it went so well. And I was so because I had just come out of this hellish situation with
Right.
alcohol and divorce and homelessness, and I was hungry, and it was just a really, really bad time. And so when I agreed to do this one, she was it's Ashley Hargrove, which, Ashley, I love you. We filmed a movie together called Skate to Hell in Las Vegas, and she said, "Would you be interested in being in my movie?" And I was like,
Absolutely.
yeah, sure, I will do that. But I was nervous because I wasn't in practice, and I wasn't sure how well I would do. And now that I'm sober, I don't have that liquid courage that I had. And so I just really did a lot of research and everything. And I'm so happy with not only my performance, but with how the whole thing came out. It's going to premiere in Atlanta this November. And then Skate to Hell premieres in Las Vegas in January of next year. And things are starting to go my way right now. I'm starting to get more roles. I'm starting to do more things like this.
Excellent.
And so I feel very, very fortunate. And all I can say is if this is what you choose to do, you just keep doing it. You just keep doing what you love, what you're passionate about. And the fact that I get to meet so many nice people, and Troll 2 fans are they're the best.
Yeah.
They're media savvy, they're movie savvy. They know what they're doing. Most of them are filmmakers.
Yes.
Quentin Tarantino is a big fan. Ron Howard is a big fan. Patton Oswalt. People in the industry know and love this movie. And I just lucked out. Like, I was in the middle of nowhere, Ogden, Utah, and I got plucked out of obscurity, and here I am talking to you.
See, those are success stories, though. I mean, not really just like, oh,
yeah,
we're hugging later. I'm just
absolutely.
we're hugging
it out.
We're hugging it out. So, 80s, your favorite film? I mean, what in the 80s were you like drawing inspiration from before you made the big troll step?
Brazil.
Really?
Huge Monty Python fan. So I think Terry Gilliam is a genius.
He is an absolute genius. Eric the Viking is an incredible film.
Yeah.
I know everyone gives him shit about that, but absolutely love that film.
Yeah. He has a style and an understanding of cinema, and Brazil, it holds up. And it's just as funny and as weird and as powerful and as effective as it was in 1985. And I mean, it came out at the same time as Back to the Future. Great movie. 85 was a great year for movies, and there were so many good movies, and they were making them all for us.
Yes.
Us kids. You know, all the music and all everything, they were making it for us. It was great. So to have a piece of that, albeit it was a long road to get there. But yeah, Brazil, I love that movie. I love Buckaroo Banzai. Love Back to the Future. Yeah, Brazil is top 5, easy for me.
Did you see the Terry Gilliam, I think it was The Assassination of Don Quixote?
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant film. It was, and it never like premiered anywhere. It was in like obscurity.
Yeah. There's a documentary about the making of that, and I guess it was just a nightmare shoot.
Not seen the documentary, so I need to watch that, because I heard that there were just so many like fall downs, false starts, and all of that. So, and then, you know, you've got, what's his name from Star Wars in it, which I mean, he is brilliant in that film.
Yeah, he's so good. I have to mention also Aliens. because the cast of Aliens
Cast
is here, and I'm getting excited.
Who's the biggest star you've ever met, or who've you interacted with? Have you talked with Tarantino or Ron Howard?
No, Michael Stevenson, who plays the little boy in Troll 2, has met him, and he actually was holding his daughter Sophie. She was just a little toddler, and Tarantino went by and he said, "What should we name our daughter?" And he said, "How about Troll 3?" Pretty cool, right?
That's like way cool.
Yeah, I would love to meet Tarantino. I would be afraid to work with him, but I would love to work with him. And I worked with other actors who have worked with him. I think he's brilliant. But like James Cameron is another just brilliant 80s filmmaker. He's still making good films. What was the question?
I don't know. I'm enjoying talking to you, so I couldn't even tell you, Darren.
I go all over the place. Start talking about like movies and
everything else.
You can't shut me up.
That's perfect. So yeah, they're right around the corner from you. You got all of the Colonial Marines just hanging out, and Michael Biehn, who is, I don't know what I'm going to ask him because he's such like a staple for pop culture. Because Abyss. Of course, Aliens, Terminator.
Tombstone.
He was Tombstone. I mean, Johnny Ringo. I mean,
yeah.
Come on, man.
What I love about him is when he's a good guy, he's the best guy. When he's a bad guy, like in The Abyss, you just hate him.
Yes.
He's intense. He's professional. But there is that human quality to his acting that I really appreciate.
Well, even when he showed up in Mandalorian not that long ago, I was just like, oh, I was waiting for him to just go fucking nuts. I was just like, oh, let's see it. Let's see some Johnny Ringo or something else. No, I was like, damn it, just let him off the chain, guys. Come on. I know he can take Mando.
Nobody takes Mando.
Nobody takes Mando. Well, you have a long weekend in front of you. How do the people at home follow you, or what's the best way to keep up to date? And where do you still have like cases of Troll 2 available at your table or for sale?
I should. I have T-shirts and I have some things to autograph and I have a few pins. I am a bit of a lox at this being a celebrity, which is what my friend Rachel is here. Kind of keeps me on point. I tend to shoot off in 10 different directions at once. I get excited about stuff. I'm like a Dalmatian puppy, and I'm just like, yeah, this is great. I want to see this, and I want to buy all of the stuff, and I love movies, and I love the horror community. So, I also have to understand that this movie, it means something to people.
It's very important.
And like, I have an important responsibility. Like, I have to be that guy, I've presided over weddings. I've been invited to stay on yachts. I've had like heads of state, and they'll say, "It's my daughter's favorite movie. Would you sign this for me?" And I'm like,
okay.
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
Why not?
Mind you, I am a working actor, and like I don't get any residuals from it, and I am very working class. I was raised working class. Well, I was raised, dirt poor. But you got to make a living at it. So if there's anybody out there, I'm on Instagram at Ewing Darren. And I'm trying to be more social media and everything, but like I said, I'm kind of coming out of a cave and realizing that there's this whole new world with the social media and all of that, and I'm not very good at it. So if you want to follow me,
therefore, that's why I had my team. If without those two, I'm done.
Yeah,
I've given up.
And If you're working on a project, if you're working on a commercial, if you want an endorsement or anything like that, I've been doing this for 40 years. I love what I do. Hit me up on Ewing Darren, and let's talk. I think my rates are very reasonable. I'm a very dedicated actor. Because of the hearing impairment, I have some memory problems, but It just means I improvise a lot more, and you end up with a lot of good outtakes.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Darren, I'm going to let you get back to your table. We'll be by later because I want the full Ewing experience. I want to do the scream, but I think we need an audience for that because I have a feeling both of us can be very loud and want everyone to hear it.
And this is there's going to be a Troll 2 screening this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way. It's a community experience. You need to see Troll 2 with as many people as you can. Hopefully there'll be some virgins there.
Yes.
And then we'll bring them in.
You'll be like the next Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yep.
I love it.
Let's do it.
All right. On that bombshell, we'll go find someone else to talk to. We'll do our screaming match in a little while. Talk to you guys soon.